Kathy Griffin was given a second chance today, and she blew herself up. In fact, Kathy Griffin just gave the middle finger to anyone who was willing to give her that second chance. Instead, hold on. We have Ted Nugent, who's calling into this show right now. Ted was one of the guests on the show earlier, but he was also mentioned by Kathy Griffin today. Motor City Madman, Ted Nugent, are you on the line?
Eric, I am. God bless the specialists. Thank you, Eric and Ebony and Kat, for still revering the truth and common sense. Thank you.
All right. Talk to us a little bit about Kathy Griffin, Ted, and specifically her reference to you saying that you at one time had done something similar to President Obama.
Well, it's absolutely false. I mean, I respect the greatest law enforcement investigators in the world of the Secret Service. When they were forced to come investigate me, when I expressed fear of my government, my quote was that I was afraid if Obama was elected again, I would either be dead or in jail because of all the farmers and ranchers and citizens across this country who unload on me on a regular basis, where they're being persecuted by various bureaucrats. And I'm sure you're well aware of that, the EPA and the Endangered Species Act and the USDA, but that's a different subject. I express fear of my government. But Pelosi and Boxer and Feinstein sent the Secret Service to investigate me, and they concluded, absolutely conclusively, I did not threaten anybody's life yet. Kathy Griffin and the whole left talking points, including our own friend Juan Williams, just repeats the lie that I threatened the president's life. Never happened.
Well, Ted, what did you mean when you said Obama, he's a piece of bleep? I told him to suck on my machine gun. Hey, Hillary, you might want to ride one of these into the sunset, you worthless bleep. I mean, what did you mean by that, if it wasn't a threat?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because what Kathy Griffin is hysterical over, and I got to tell you, I know why, because she's out of her mind. President Trump and his family were reacting to her vile actions.
Right, Ted. I was asking what you meant, though, when you said...
My statements were in response to an outrageous attempt to ban certain types of firearms that would do nothing except help bad guys with more gun-free zones. I was on stage at a rock and roll concert when Obama was a senator, not the president, and I made an outrageous metaphor telling him that we will not accept his gun control laws, but I never threatened anyone.
So,
I could see perhaps people being upset about that. Again, I've defended both of these as being free speech. Free speech, they're not threats. That comment's not a threat. What Kathy did was also not a threat, although disgusting.
Right, and so I agree. I don't think it was necessarily a threat, and as Ted said, he was cleared of it ultimately by law enforcement. But I think if we're talking about making vile and reprehensible comments to people that sit in the White House or even the U.S. Senate, I still think that people that have a problem with one would have a problem with the other.
Yeah.
So again, I'm with you on the free speech, and it's good to see that everyone is condemning Kathy Griffin's actions, because it is nasty. This is a world of terrorism where beheading is a reality. And she euphemized that. She actually referenced that to the President of the United States. We're talking apples and grenades here. I did nothing to harm anyone. She came out with symbolism that was truly vile.
So if it's just the words, it's okay. I just want to be clear. If it's just the words, it's okay, Ted?
All right. Ted, I'm going to give you the last word on this, but just wrap this up. You have a message to Kathy Griffin.
Well, you know, yeah, good luck. I mean, get your ducks in a row and have fun and be irreverent. Sam Kinison and Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce are my heroes. But this kind of conduct is absolutely reprehensible and unacceptable, particularly in this world where decapitations are a reality in the war on terror, and to do it in reference to the president is absolutely unacceptable, and it does not fall under the control of free speech.
Okay. All right, Ted, we're going to leave you. And by the way, Ted Nugent called in on the surprise on the fly during the show, a surprise to all of us. Ted Nugent, thank you very much.